Blessings, everybody. Welcome. My name is Pauline, and I am the founder of Shakti School and the music group Icona. So today we're talking about self-love and sacred rituals that we can do as women to feel empowered. There are so many ways to do life, and our to-do list as housewives and mothers and workers and nurturers and caregivers can overtake sometimes our time for self-reflection and self-love. And so Kundalini Yoga here, what we're going to experience today is Kundalini Yoga designed, which it is, a sacred science, and using the breath work, the kriyas and the meditation, the mantras, to really create that space of self-awareness and sacred self-care. So how do we integrate rituals of self-care into our daily life? The heart of that is the daily practice, right? How much we can give to others is dependent on how much we can give to ourselves. So it's not something that can be overlooked. Self-care is a part of being in this body, being on this planet, and really taking care of ourselves. And nobody is going to do it for you but you. So this is an inspiration to all the women, to anybody who's watching this video, to explore the idea of a daily practice that brings you into alignment with your higher self, with your lower self, and right here connected at the heart chakra, which is the center of our being. So what we'll do is Kundalini Yoga breath work, Kundalini Yoga Kriya, a short Kriya, and a meditation. And we'll spend a great hour together doing that. So as we begin every Kundalini Yoga class, we'll tune in with Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And just to let you know, the class, the chat is open at any point. You can drop into the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. It's always really nice to be connected here on YouTube. And we'll begin. Okay, so just drop in the chat where you're from and what brings you here, and then we'll begin. Hi, Jen. F is here, and lots of others. Wonderful. Okay, let's begin by tuning in with Om Namo Gurudev Namo. This is Kundalini Yoga for self-care, integrating our rituals into daily life. Bringing the hands, rubbing the palms vigorously, and place them at the center of the chest. Straighten the spine, focus the eyes at the brow points. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Let's begin. Inhale for Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep inhale. And squeeze a slight root lock so the pelvic floor squeezes and lifts. If you're on your cycle, you just inhale and exhale. Feel the energy rising up the spine to the crown, and exhale. Lovely. So we'll talk a little bit more about some tips and tools that I'd love to share with you about creating sacred rituals daily for you and really for your relationship with yourself, because that's the most important thing. And then we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's begin with breath work and just get our body invigorated, bring the heart, the mind, and the physical body and the feeling body all together, the energetic body as well, and find ourselves in our sacred center. So we'll begin with the hands taught in this way, and we'll do a 8 segmented breath count through puckered lips. 8 in, segmented breath. So by the 8th breath, your lungs, your rib cage, your chest is fully open. And then as you segment and exhale out the 8th breath, you'll go completely contracted. Okay, the eyes are looking at the tip of the nose, eyes 1/10 open. If you're new to this, just close your eyes. You can always work on the what we call the drishti later. Okay, let us begin. Keep going, keeping the eyes locked, either at the brow point, closed, or at the tip of the nose. Feeling the energy in between the heart. Feeling your energy right there and tuning into it. Couple more cycles. Inhale deeply. Squeezing the root lock. Pelvic floor lifts, rising the energy through the chakras up to the crown. Focus the eyes up. And exhale. Gently put the hands on the knees, keeping the spine straight, just tuning into your breath. The beginning, the very beginning of everything. The most sacred ritual there is. A breath with presence. So we're going to do a short Kriya to open the heart center as we continue with this class. A few things I'd like to offer you as rituals is the breath is the number one ritual. So when we get up in the morning, really the most effective way, all spiritual practices speak about this, is to have your mat and everything set out in front of you, right next to your bed or in your room where you do your personal practice. Have everything set up. I also like to, as soon as I get up in the morning, light a candle. Light a candle, especially if it's in the dark and you're getting up very early to do your spiritual practice. Lighting a candle is that ritual of reminding us of the light that we carry in our heart. And that's what I like to do. Light a candle and bow. Just bow so that I can, really surrender my egos. And so that is the bowing first thing in the morning is just a very humbling way to connect to higher purpose, to connect to your higher self and to creation beyond the constant rhetoric of the mind and the constant loops that we may have. The constant to-do lists, especially as women. So the invitation is to explore sacred rituals in everyday life. We don't have to go to a retreat. We don't have to go to a training, become a yoga teacher. There is opportunities to engage in a sacred ritual at any moment in any given day. You could get a rattle, and if you like to be in nature, go sing songs in nature. You can make an offering of food every time you eat. You make a little spirit plate and put a little bit of each food. This is a Native American tradition. And you offer a plate for the spirits, for the ancestors, right? You can light some sage and clear your space. You can light a candle first thing in the morning. Bow. You can choose to offer yourself to another human being in deep listening. That, for me, is something that I've been working on as a sacred ritual. How can I offer my complete attention to another human? How can I absolutely open myself to listen to them and get what they're saying and not have to teach them, coach them, just listen and really hold the space? That is another sacred ritual. And there are so many. Anything that you bring pure presence to and devotion to the bigger cosmic happening is a ritual. For a woman especially, preparing food is a ritual. How we set the table can be ritualistic. How we take care of our children, right? And there's no perfection here. And we're all going to fall short and we're all going to forget about it. And that's okay. But it's just knowing that these little reminders are always here. They're always here to remind us of our sacred connection to our soul and to our own infinity. From a more therapeutic standpoint, doing rituals also allows the subconscious mind and the conscious mind to unite. Right? There is this very thin veil between the subconscious, which is really where our creativity comes from. It's also where we store our trauma and where we store our sort of our negative habits and loops. And then the conscious mind, which is here and now, that full presence, that yes, that spontaneity, and also that creativity. And what rituals do is they have a way of bringing a wholeness into the being. And so it is a way, and it can feel sometimes contracted if it's brand new to you. It can feel awkward, like, oh, this is so corny. I mean, I've been through that, right? But the more that you do it, the more there is a sense of connection to beyond what we're dealing with every day. Technology, phones, to-do lists, caretaking others, raising children, cooking, cleaning, working, making money, whatever you get into, right? It brings us into another level of self-awareness. So the way that we work at Shakti School with ritual is we always do a new moon circle and a full moon circle. And if you're interested in being a part of that, just go down into the comments and click our Patreon and see what that's about. So let's go into our Kriya, and then we'll do this beautiful meditation to create that self-love. Because when we have this connection with ourselves, which sometimes takes time, right? Then we really can feed that part of ourselves. We can slow everything down because rituals ask us to slow down. It asks us to lean in, right? Lean into our feelings, lean into our current circumstances, and offer it to the divine. Offer it, offer it, offer it. Okay, so let's begin our beautiful Kriya to open the heart center. So you're going to come standing up. I'm going to do it sitting down so you can watch me, and we'll do it like that. But you'll come standing up and do this. And the first thing we're going to do is bring the palms at the heart center, and we're going to do a breath of fire. So if you're not familiar with breath of fire, it is kind of a dog panting, right? The belly comes out on the inhale, in on the exhale, right? But it's done through the nose. So let's begin that breath, pressing the palms together, feeling that sense of unity. And let's begin. Keep going, just putting on the timer. Wake up the lungs, wake up the body, squeeze the palms, loud breath of fire. Fully engage yourself. Inhale deeply. Let's squeeze that pelvic floor, rising the energy up, the Kundalini, the Mata Shakti, opening up those areas of the brain that are dormant, focusing the energy, and exhale. Good. And now we're going to do this punching motion. You're still standing, and we're going to do this punching motion. We're going to put the thumb underneath the pinky mount. This works on our communication right here. Mercury representing communication, the ability to be ourselves and communicate authentically. And wrap the fingers around, and we're going to do this punching motion with breath of fire. Let's go. Keep going, twisting at the torso, and think about whatever you need to release, let go of, and punch. This is so invigorating for the body, the mind, the energetic body. A little longer. Inhale, pull back, squeeze the root lock, rise the energy up, squeeze. And exhale. And receive. Apologize for my dog barking in the background. Just receive. Palms open. Beautiful. Okay, next move. Last move standing up. You're still on your feet. And we're going to just bring the fingers together. Inhale, forward, exhale back. Big, powerful breath, big circles. Keep going a little longer. And inhale, squeezing root lock, pelvic floor rises, energy lifts up, level your frequency, feel the opening. And exhale, gently hands down. Relax with the palms facing up. Take a few breaths. Taking care of our body, our mind, our spirit is the ultimate sacred ritual. Every day. Okay, next move. You're coming sitting down and you're going to bring the hands together in this position. And here we're bringing from the throat to the root with the breath of fire. Let's begin. Eyes are closed at the brow point. All these moves are opening the chakras and giving us an experience as we drop emotional defensiveness and we come more into our heart. Right, it's a powerful inhale and exhale. Almost like a breath of fire. Inhale, center. Let's squeeze the pelvic floor, lift the buttocks up, rise the energy up through the chakras, up to the crown. Focus deeply at the brow point. Sip a little more air. And exhale. Again, relax with the arms down, the palms open, in receiving mode, absolutely receiving. The breath is deep, it's long, it's nourishing. Good. A couple more moves for this Kriya to open the heart center. And now we're going to come up with the hands next to the rib cage. And we're going to go through 4 moves. This is an altered Kirtan Kriya. So sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Meaning infinity, life, death or transformation, and rebirth. So we're going to go through these 4 silently as we inhale deeply for one round, and then exhale deeply for another round. I invite you, if you have a long, deep breath, to do a few rounds, maybe 2 or 3 or even 4 per inhale and 1 to 4 per exhale. So this is a very meditative way to connect to the heart, to connect to all the senses, and to feel more alive and in our bodies. Okay? So let's begin. The eyes are closed, looking at the brow point, and begin. Let that breath get longer and deeper as you cycle through Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Last round. Inhale deeply. And exhale, bring the left hand into Gyan Mudra. You should feel now really this beautiful centering that happens, this wholeness, this whole body experience. Not just in the mind or in the lower chakras, but really feeling like all the senses, the subtle body, the physical body, the intellect, the feeling body, just this wholeness that's happening. Now you're going to take the index finger and block the right nostril. This is our last move for this Kriya. And you're going to block the right nostril. You're going to inhale through the nose, very slow and deep, about 10 seconds. Exhale through puckered lips. 10 seconds. And now reverse. Inhale, puckered lips. And exhale nose. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Inhale mouth. Exhale nose. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth and carry on that way. A couple more cycles. And inhale deeply. Bring the right hand down, squeeze a root lock, lift up the buttocks, rise the energy up and contain. Feel that containment, that contentment within yourself. And exhale. Good. I invite you to come down just for about 3 minutes and take a Shavasana. And then we'll go into a beautiful meditation. So come on, lying down, relax all of the muscles in your body and let yourself rest for just a few minutes. This is the ultimate self-love ritual, is rest. And inhale deeply as you stretch the arms back from a deep, grateful inhale for this short and sweet practice. And rub the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet vigorously, activating the 72,000 nerve endings. Grab the knees to the chest and roll up and down a few times. And come sitting up on your mat. Okay, let's get into our meditation. So this is a beautiful Kundalini meditation that again helps to open the heart and really create a positive relationship to the self so that we can slow down, put ourselves as a priority, relax, enjoy relaxation, right? It is such a foreign concept for a lot of us based on the way that we were raised and the culture that we grew up in. This is just the culture. So inviting you into this beautiful meditation and this heart-centeredness to prioritize yourself and create little rituals throughout the day. I just want to give you this wonderful teaching that came through Kundalini Yoga, which says that if a woman can every few hours take 11 minutes of a shavasana, a cup of tea without doing anything else, a meditation, a mantra, every few hours, like she'll have great hormonal balance because it's really the stress that throws our hormones off. So inviting you to experiment with that, setting your alarm, maybe it's every 3 hours or every hour and a half, and like have your work time cut out or your chores, whatever you're doing, and give yourself at least one yoga nidra a day. That's what I definitely do every day. Is I have my morning rituals, my sadhana, and then in the afternoon I do like a 20 to 30 minute yoga nidra to kind of reset me for the second part of the day. It's such a simple practice, but so beneficial. So let's come and sit with a straight spine. You're going to bring your right palm 6 inches above the center of the head. And then the right palm faces down. This is blessing you. This self-blessing is said to correct the aura. And now the left elbow is bent with the upper arm near the rib cage. And the forearm and hand are pointed upward. The left palm faces forward and you bless the world. You bless your family. You bless those who you're having challenges with, right? The eyes are closed and we're focusing, this is very different from what we usually do, to the lunar center in the middle of the chin, right here. So do your best to just bring the eyes down and imagine there's like a moon, which is one of the lunar centers, a moon coming out of the chin. Now here's the breath. It's going to be a long, slow, deep breath with a feeling of like self-affection. So you're going to try to bring the breath to a 1 minute breath, which can be very challenging. So it's a 20-minute inhale, a 20 minutes. Can you imagine? A 20-second inhale, 20-second hold, 20-second exhale. I would start with 7 and work your way up to 10 and then 15 and then 20. Okay? We'll just be here for a few minutes. The given time for this is 11 minutes, but we're just going to do about 3 minutes here. And then there's a part 2 and a part 3. Okay? So bring your eyes down to the middle of the chin. The head is up. Here we are. Let's exhale all the air out and begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale and continue in your own time. You can bring it up to 10, 15, or 20, which is the given instruction. Let it burn. You're holding yourself up from your sit bones and your core. So imagine those roots are strong and deep. Eyes are focused at the center of the chin. You're correcting your aura. If it stretches you and hurts a little bit, good. Move through the fire. It'll build character and caliber. Keep going. You've got this. Nearly there. Last cycle. Now watch this. You're going to inhale deeply and go right into this forward straight arm. This is the second part of this three-part Kriya. And here the breath is slow and deep. It's not a 1 minute breath or an inhale, hold. It's just inhale, exhale. Let's go. What's happening here is you're working with your auric field, which can expand out to 9 feet when it is alive and radiant, when your radiant body is online. So here you're creating that strong auric and magnetic field around you, which creates safety, connection, creativity, and really coming into yourself, into your self-ownership. We're not here very long, so just make the best of it. We're nearly there. Last one. Inhale deeply, bring the arms up to the heavens. Long, deep breath here. Final move. Palms facing forward, just straight up. That's where we are, straight up. Long, deep breath. Eyes are closed. You're still focusing at the center of the chin. Last deep inhale. Squeeze the root lock, rise the energy up. And exhale, bring the hands down, palms open in the lap or Gyan Mudra, and just be still for a moment. Take this in. Lovely. Let's bring the hands together at the heart center and inhale for a long sat and a short nam. Satnam. So just to recap, when we prioritize ourselves as women and do any practice, anything with presence and devotion, it becomes a ritual. It becomes sacred because that's who we are as women by nature. We carry the seed of the mother, whether we are a mother to physical children or not, doesn't matter. We carry that seed within us. Our ability to nourish those around us and to really nourish ourselves is such a gift. And so when we slow down and we prioritize our self-care, we have a much wider capacity to give to others and to manage our lives and all the to-dos of this modern age. So inviting you to look deeper into that and see how you can create throughout the day small little sacred rituals, whether it's laying a flower at your altar or cleaning out your altar or cooking a beautiful meal for yourself and somebody. The way that you organize your space, the way that you can go out and make an offering to nature, a spirit plate. On the full moon and the new moon, gather with sisters in sacred circle and do that ritual, which we do here at Shakti School every new moon and every full moon. And you can look down below on the Patreon and join our circles there. And it always includes Kundalini Yoga. This is the heart of the work that we do at Shakti School. So if you have any questions, this is a great time to ask in the chat. I'd be happy to answer when it comes to sacred rituals. And also to let you know that we have our level 1 and our level 2 training beginning in September. So please join us. We do a Kundalini Yoga Women Circle Facilitator training, and that's the level 1. And the level 2 is focused on restoring yin through the practices of Kundalini Yoga. And they'll both begin in September. And then if you want to do something a little bit more light, just join the Patreon and you can click in the comments below and see what we're offering. So thank you for your time. Let's see. We've got a question from Jen here. What position are our feet for the stand-up Kundalini movements? Just straight. Great question. Just straight. You're just in a kind of a whole stance. Your feet are straight, hip width apart as you do the first 3 movements. So any questions regarding rituals or anything like that are welcomed. Okay, great. All right, well, it's just a pleasure to be with you.